Welcome to the Broadcast Church Planting Training videos. This month we're talking about team, and today I want to talk about how we recruit team. And when you're thinking about recruitment, you have to think about the things that you are best at, what makes you attractive. And in the early days of a church plant, the attractive thing is that everybody can be involved. Everyone can be a leader, perhaps up to the first 20 or 30 people. Really, you want everybody motoring, motivated and involved. And so this idea everyone is a leader is really important. But I found this particularly hard to adjust to in the early days of planting, because what no church planter will put in their vision or tell you, but it's true, is that when you plant a church, you have an idea of what you want the church to look at, because you want it to be a place that you would go to, and it's kind of your vision for a church. Not even vision, it's your kind of imprint on the church. You want to lead it because you want it to look like this, and you think you'll be better than most other church leaders. That's why we go in church plant. One of the reasons why. Anyway, but actually, when you get everybody involved, it kind of dilutes that a little bit, and because you give lots of other people influence and the ability to shape, they turn it into something different. And in the early days of planting in Manchester, there was a girl on the fringe of our church. We were only about 12, 15 people at the time. She was 18-year-old. She was still doing her A-levels, still at school. And Colin Barron, who leads Christchurch Manchester, leads broadcast, he said to me, "Tim, you need to get this girl involved. She needs to be leading. She needs to be shaping." And I thought Colin had lost his mind, frankly, because she was 18. She was still at school. What could she possibly know about anything? But I am obedient and compliant. And so I said, okay, we'll get her on the team, we'll get her involved. I did as I was told, and disappointingly Colin was absolutely right. She made the church bigger. She kept inviting her friends, Christians, non-Christians. She made us much better than we were. She got well involved. She was fantastic for us. And we recruited her not by anything that we were good at, because we weren't good at much, but we recruited her by involvement and opportunity. And in the early days of a church plant, you're not going to be great at pastoring. Your Sunday meetings won't be great. Your preaching, your worship leading will be somewhat shambolic. Your midweek programs won't be existing probably. And so the things you're good at are your community. Your team will have a lot of fun together. And the opportunity. Really, everybody needs to get involved. Now, I've heard church planters talk about actually how they're not going to give a job to someone because they're not mature enough yet, or some language like that. And then in the same conversation, we'll be talking about how busy they are because they're bivocational or because of family life or whatever it is. But actually, they could solve their own problem by giving away stuff more. And the lesson is you can only use the people that you have. And that actually is probably your greatest recruitment tool. The fact that everybody gets to be a leader, everybody gets to be involved. And so that's how you recruit teams in those early days. So we're done here. Just to say that on Thursday evening on Church Planting Training, on broadcast, we have a guy called Jeff Surratt, who's going to come and do some teaching on team. And he's excellent. We've heard him at conferences before. He's really good. He used to be in charge of church planting for Rick Warren, and now is a consultant for multi-site and for church planting as well. So go to the broadcast website and sign on for that. It'd be well worth being involved in. Thanks very much.